I mean, oh, I don't get me wrong. Kyrie is great, man. He's a great player. I love seeing him hoop. He's one of the best in the game, no doubt about it. Can I picture him in the locker room with Jimmy and Bam and uh do I see him being consistent and putting in that type of work and dedication? Oh, I don't know about that. That is a little. I'm a little hesitant. I'm not ruling it out, but I'm hesitant to be like, come on, Kyrie, yeah, come to South Beach. I don't know. The on paper, basketball, like skill, like oh, great, but chemistry, locker room, approach to the game, dedication, consistency. It's a little. I'm a little hesitant. I'm a little hesitant on that. So if it happens, I hope it works out. But I'm like I think we kind of need to steer clear of Kyrie. And I know that's
so let me swing the pot for you a little bit.
okay.
If they do sign and trade with them, you can get rid of Kyle Lowry. No, no. Get rid of Kyle Lowry. You probably gotta include probably Tyler Hero or maybe Duncan Robinson.
Yeah.
Kyrie. That do it for you.
I will say Kyle Lowry didn't produce at the level I would have wanted as a Heat fan. Tyler was great up until the playoffs and injuries and everything. Duncan, we didn't have this conversation about Duncan with his being a liability, and you know, if we could if I could swap Kyle Lowry and Kyrie, I would be okay with that. I'll be honest.
I get rid of that. You gotta get rid of someone that make this trade.
I'm a little hesitant to give up Tyler because I think that he.
Yeah.
I think that he's very impactful for our team and especially his 6-man role.
Mm-hmm.
I want to keep him if we can. If we got to package Duncan, I would do that. So I guess what I'm saying is I could work with that. I could work with that. I'll be honest. I could work with that. Not UD is going to have a conversation on the side with Kyrie and tell him what's up, and hopefully he respects that and respects the Heat culture if it's just to happen. But to answer you, yes, I'm okay with that proposal, but I'm just hesitant, man. It's Kyrie is great, but I just don't know the level of dedication to what we're doing in South Beach. It's difficult to say.
And listen, obviously I'm teasing here. I mean, technically it could work out, but do I think realistically that the Heat take a chance with Kyrie, their culture? Oh, not at all.
No,
not at all. Not one bit. I do not see.
Yeah.
I don't see UD. He's not gonna put up with Kyrie's nonsense.
No.
He talks about the earth being flat in the locker room. Get punched in the mouth. Kyrie is gonna have an issue in Miami, bro. I wish you would think about taking some days off in Miami. The Pat Riley. No, that's not gonna work. Let's just look at this list a little bit. Okay, a lot of these teams are not gonna work out at all. Okay?
No.
The Clippers. In order for the Kyrie to be traded to the Clippers, they got to get rid of. You gonna trade Paul George, Kyrie, Kawhi Leonard? I wouldn't even trade Trey Man for him on the Clippers. I wouldn't even do that.
No.
So they're out. The Mavericks. Kyrie is not gonna have the ball in his hand. I don't even know why he put the Mavericks on here. Luka is that player. There's no way that's gonna work. I don't think Mark
it doesn't benefit Dallas to me at all because you're just replacing one 6'2", 6'3" guard with another 6'2", 6'3" guard who's better, yes, but he has to have the ball, and Luka is the primary
ball handler. There's no way giving them up. So that's a bust to me. All right, now let's keep going. The Sixers. Really? The Nets. If the Nets trade for the Sixers again, okay. James Harden was a really bad thing. And granted, James Harden did large part because of Kyrie Irving. So I think the theory here is that James and Kyrie be swapped back on each other's team. Kyrie with Joel Embiid, James Harden back with Kevin. But that is so. If that happens, I'll be dumbfounded. I don't know what to think of that.
It's like an episode of Punk'd. If that happens, what are we doing, guys? What's going on? Why did y'all do this? No, I that would be a terrible trade if that were to happen.
That's fine.
And wasn't it Kyrie that was going at James Harden in practice, talking washed and all this?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Kyrie for James Harden. I think that's the ideal swap. There's no way we'll have them on the same team. Right? No way. So there's the only way to make it work is to stop back. But do you think Brooklyn would have embraced James Harden again?
No.
Doc Rivers is not going to put up with Kyrie. So that's not going to work. I just eliminated about, 4 teams right there? Not going to work. So that means ideally you only fill up with 2. Lakers and the Knicks. Yeah. Now the Lakers are desperate enough right now that could probably work. Kyrie was on a podcast recently talking about, oh man, LeBron and this and that. It's speaking kind of highly of LeBron this time around.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's something. Aaron and Kevin Love is getting married soon. I'll be at the wedding. I'll chop it up. That could be a thing. So Knicks.
Oh. What would the Knicks give up? Julius Randle?
Knicks are dumb enough. Those are the 2 teams I can see probably doing it. The Knicks, because obviously there's 2 ways to this game. So Irving has until Wednesday if he wants to opt. Then on out, we'll know what can happen. Okay? So he can opts out, he'll be an agent. And he could either agree to a new deal with the Nets, or he can go somewhere else. That's where the sign and trade will come. Sign for a low number, get traded, and do an extension with whatever team you get traded to, which will most likely either be the Lakers or the Knicks. I don't see any way impossible those other 4 teams working. And I think most likely this is mostly like a bluff for Kyrie, I think. Wants to kind of scare the Nets into extending him and signing him. If I'm the Nets, I'll be like, all right, let's go. I'll call your bluff.
You want to play games with me? All right.
Some type of asset. Whatever asset you can get, Kyrie.
Yeah.
Because again, pandemic, hey, we all did not predict this would happen. Before the season started, I thought they would be able to play, but that didn't happen. He decided not to get the vaccine. There are multiple players they were hesitant, including Andrew Wiggins. But Andrew Wiggins did it. Champion. So there are consequences to decisions that we make and the actions that we take. So this is a consequence. And I think if it was just that, it would be better. But the thing is, it wasn't just that though. The other days he took off. Yeah. January 6th was definitely terrible.
Absolutely.
Terrible day for our country. And yeah, George Floyd, terrible. All of the unruly things happen in our society. Terrible. But took so many days off. And the thing is, it was just a lack of communication. And you have teammates speaking up for you for absence. It's a lot. Cause a whole little circus. And in the playoffs, you didn't show up. You showed up for game 1. But it mostly disappeared after that. So this stock is definitely down right now.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. This. I just know 4 out of 6 of those teams are not going to work. That's all I'm going to say. So ideally, I think the team that will most likely obtain him.
I know where you're going with this.
All right, this
There's
is
only one
let me talk about this trade too. This trade idea happened. Was out there a few days ago. I think it's because of Nick Wright. Wright put this.
Oh man, not Nick Wright.
Nick Wright. He said he proposed this trade.
Okay.
Kyrie, Ben Simmons, Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis. I mean,
what you got, man? Oh no!
Listen, I used to have dreams as an OKC fan that okay, maybe one day we'll get a Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant and Harden reunion OKC. I don't know, man. Listen, this is the thing about the Nets, though. The Nets definitely have a better roster than the Lakers right now.
Yep.
They have better shooters than the Lakers do right now. So ideally, this could work. This could be a better fit for Russ. I just don't know how, if KD signs off on that, I don't know if that will work. It all depends if KD was. And you have a big man in AD, that could be a decent squad. And then I think if you're the Lakers, you get the low end of the stick though. Because you don't know if Kyrie's going to play, honestly. If that's the trade only by itself, I would say the Nets win. That's a trade by itself. But
yeah.
But man, will we have a field day as NBA fans though? Kyrie, LeBron back, and KD and Russell Westbrook. This other thing too, you can't say it won't work because they're a good team together. They're always playoff contenders. And again, last time you saw them together, they were up 3-1 on the war. The 7-3-9 Warriors. The winningest team in the NBA, Warriors.
They were down 3-1.
Listen, they were up 3-1 on the Warriors.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking about Kyrie and Bron.
I think about the OKC.
Got you.
OKC was up 3-1.
I had to know.
7-3-9 Warriors. We're up 3-1. So you can't tell me it can't work. Man. You can't tell me it can't work though. It could potentially work. And that does happen. I'll be an OKC fan still, but I'll definitely be looking at the. It's like OKC. But like anyway, if that happens, I'll. But yeah, what are your thoughts on the Lakers and the Knicks? You know, because everything else is totally out the no way.
I agree. I mean, the other 4 teams we talked about, either the fit that just doesn't feel right basketball wise, or assets wise, there's nothing that really is equitable in my brain. Knicks, it would just be a random thing to me. I don't really feel like they have a good package they can put together and that Brooklyn would like agree on. The Lakers are the only choice I can see Kyrie actually that I can see happening. I don't know about the exact trade with I don't know about a trade including Anthony Davis and Ben Simmons, but I would say I think they would try to do a swap for Russell Westbrook and Kyrie for sure. That's like the biggest one I've been seeing is Kyrie to the Lakers because him and LeBron obviously have history. Russell Westbrook didn't work out for the Lakers, and I mean they would throw in like another Seth Curry or what's his name for Brooklyn, the shooter. He was Joe Harris. They would throw in like someone like that, not a Ben Simmons. I could see that happening, honestly. And like you said, the Lakers don't have a great roster right now, and they need to build it out. And Kyrie and LeBron obviously have had success together, won a championship. So I could see that. If anything, if he doesn't get to, if he doesn't re-sign with Brooklyn, the Lakers are like the only of his list at least that I can see him actually getting traded to.
Yeah,
that's it. These other teams, it just doesn't really make a lot of sense to me to make that move, especially and I'm not slighting Kyrie, you know what I mean? I like his game. He's one of the best ball handlers I've ever seen. But it's so he could be problematic when it comes to outside of basketball. It's just like the focus isn't there all the time. But when he's on and he's playing, he can be great. So I guess you got to take it or leave it with that. So
yeah, we'll see. And then, again, this only happens if there's no deal.
Yeah.
Again, I think we both agree this is mostly like a bluff play. It's something to try to force your situation. Yeah, but lost in all this is what does this mean for like Kevin Durant and all this? Where is he at with it?
Yeah.
And recently he has his podcast.